Let's talk about potential red flags when it comes to new clients in your business. What I'm about to mention is personal experiences that I've had in my cleaning business, but I think this can probably apply to other businesses as well. First thing, just trust your gut. There might be a time that you meet with a client and something just feels off. Trust that intuition. That's the first thing. You don't ever want to ignore that. And no amount of money is worth chancing that. So, first off, trust your gut. If you run a cleaning business, watch out for the people who start the conversation with, I've had 10 other cleaners and none of them are good enough. If they've had a bunch of cleaners in the past and haven't been happy, chances are no one's going to make them happy, unfortunately. So sometimes it's a good idea to just walk away from that one. But with everything, there's always an exception. I have taken on clients before that haven't been happy with cleaners that they've had in the past, and they've had multiple cleaners and they were happy with me, which is amazing. But I will say, if you do take on a client like this, just know if they aren't happy with you, try not to take it to heart. I know that can be hard to do, but chances are there just isn't a cleaner out there that's going to make them happy. If you take on a client and they don't pay on time or you have to chase them down for payments and it has happened multiple times, you might want to part ways. It's not fun running a business and having to chase down payments. I know it happens once in a while and I totally understand that, but if it's a reoccurring theme, you might want to part ways. If you run into someone who is trying to make you come down in your price, definitely walk away from that one. Now, if they come to you and say, hey, I have $150 a month, what can you do? That's different. But if they're looking for their whole house cleaned and they're trying to make you come down on your price, walk away from that one. It's not worth it. They're not going to appreciate your worth, and you're just going to be resentful if you come down on price and clean their whole house. I feel like this next one goes without saying, but if you're just starting a cleaning business, this might be helpful because I did take on really any client I could find. But if someone is rude to you or condescending, don't even give it the time of day. You don't want to work for someone who makes you feel less than. It's not worth it. No amount of money is worth it. It's just going to steal your joy. So if you have anybody that's like that, don't take them on. This next one is just my personal feeling towards this. When I see a post in a Facebook neighborhood group that asks for a cheap plumber, a cheap electrician, a cheap cleaner, I stay away from those ones. I get that people are on a budget. And again, it's different if someone says, this is my budget, what can you do? But I also am here running a business, making a living, paying taxes, paying insurance, paying for products. You're paying for my knowledge, the pride that I put into the work. So I want to make sure that the people that I take on value me. I do want to add that most of the people who probably make a post asking for a cheap service probably don't realize how it comes across because, again, they're on a budget and that's understandable. But maybe just reword it saying, I have a budget, I'm looking for a budget friendly cleaner, and then the cleaner can work around that budget. I'm sure I'm missing a few, but I would love to hear from any of you guys that own a business, maybe some situations that you've run into, some red flags that aren't mentioned here, so we can all help each other out.